What's your name, girlfriend? What's your name? What's your name, girlfriend? What's your name? Apply to scholarships. My friends, if you don't get anything from this video, apply to scholarships. Hey guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Video I'll be talking about how to find the perfect college for you, and first up is to find out what your interests are and then do some research on which colleges align with your interests. It is completely fine if you don't have a declared major just yet when you enter college, but you have to begin thinking about do I want to go to a school that's STEM oriented? Do I want to pursue that type of field, or do I want to go to a liberal arts college where I get a little bit of both? In addition to STEM versus liberal arts education, you also want to think about your social interests. Do you want to go to a school where sports is a very big deal? Even if you don't play sports, do you want to engage in those activities? Do you want to make sure that they have certain programs that they offer? Maybe a 3+3 for law school. Maybe they have programs for engineering or programs for medical school. Okay, we're finding our interests. We're starting to conduct our research, but we got to think about location. Do we want to be in the city? Do we want to be in a rural, secluded area? Do we want to be a little bit of both? So the campus itself is not in a city, but you're not too far from a popular city. Do you want to stay in state? Do you want to go out of state? Do you want to have access to a beach? These are some questions you want to start thinking about. So we're figuring out our interests. We're finding locations that we like. The third tip I have for you guys is to go on tours, preferably in-person tours. Now I know with the whole pandemic, things have been a little difficult, but now that things are starting to open back up, I highly recommend 10 out of 10. Actually, no, 11, 12 out of 10 recommend, because that's what made me fall in love with Spelman. When I actually walked on campus, I was like, yes, I can envision myself here. And sometimes schools seem great on paper. They really do. You're like, okay, yeah, I see you, and I see the diversity you got there. That you go on campus and you can't really envision yourself there, and that is completely okay. It's good to figure that out early before you start paying application fees, wasting your time and energy in a school that you really do not see yourself at. Also, when you're going on in-person tours, you can see they got too many hills. Oh, this place is way too big. It's too much walking. Or it's way too small. Everybody up on me. Like, these are stuff that you can start to figure out when you actually go on tour. If you can't go in person, I still recommend doing virtual tours, because this is a great way for you to figure out what majors that they offer, any extracurriculars, and what applicants they typically select, what type of people are going there. And sometimes you get to talk to other students during those virtual sessions. So these are still great ways to get involved. And also during little virtual sessions, you get to figure out who your admission counselors are. And if you watch my How I Got Into Howard and Spelman video, you would know me and my admission counselors were bestie westie. And it's so beneficial when you start to build that connection early. So if you know you want to go to college and you know you got some schools, start emailing the admission counselors, build that relationship. So when they pick up your name, you're like, oh, Camille? Oh yeah, I was emailing her. I know her application's about to be really good. Just to recap for my friends that weren't taking notes on this lovely, fantabulous video. Yes, I just made up a word, fantastic and fabulous video, because I'm just dropping gems for you. I'm doing everything for you. So just a little recap. We have finding interest and start thinking about those. Thinking about location. Start doing those virtual tours or in-person tours. In-person tours are so life-changing. And fourth, we got to think about the cost. Now, come on a little close. You and I both know college is not cheap. It's not cheap at all. Like, the prices are just steadily rising. They're rising. And it's hard for us to play catch up. So we have to start thinking about the cost. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't go to your dream school. Apply to scholarships. My friends, if you don't get anything from this video, apply to scholarships, especially local scholarships. There's so much money that's out there that people just don't take, and it's just there. It's just there. Now, I will tell you, you have to be on your scholarship grind. It's easy to find a scholarship, but getting the scholarship does take some work. You might have to apply to a lot. I applied to a lot, and I only got a little bit of it, but a little bit helps. Every dollar helps. and even apply to the smaller scholarships. So if it says $500, if it says $150, apply to it, because every dollar helps. Even if it's only $1,000, $2,500, like, these things will add up. It's okay if you don't get the 20K, if you don't get the 10K, because you're gonna get it. It's steadily coming. Just keep racking it up. Just keep racking it up. Scholarships aren't the only way to get to your dream school. There's work study programs, there's loans, there's federal aid. Depending on your EFC score, after you submit your FAFSA, you can get some financial assistance from the government, which can really help. Or you can take some classes at a community college, start racking up those credits, and then transfer. So there's so many ways for you to still go to your dream school. So don't give up and don't limit yourself if you don't have to. Start early and apply to scholarships. Honestly, we going back to scholarships. Just apply to scholarships, y'all. Like, the grind does not stop. And I know it's kind of like heartbreaking when you don't get it. You see, unfortunately, you weren't selected. You were a finalist, but you weren't selected. It is okay. All those no's are just preparing you. There's steps for you to walk up for that big yes, and you get everything that you need. So apply to those scholarships, but also be a little mindful of the cost. If you know that you can't afford a certain school, don't take it off your radar, but you have to be mindful of that. Now, I was kind of contemplating adding this last tip. I was like, should I just leave it at 4? Should I even do that 4 plus 1? Should you just say 5? I don't know if they need to do this bonus, but I was like, you know what? Let's just bring it on them. My last tip is to have faith. Please have faith in yourself, and especially when you're making these college lists, don't limit yourself. If you know you put in that work, because remember, faith without works is dead. But if you know you put in that work, or you will put in that work, aim high and set your goals high so you can make them attainable, despite what anyone may say. Don't let other people tell you what you cannot do just because it's never been done. So don't let those negativity from others, those haters, keep talking. If you know you put in that work and you believe in yourself, aim high. Don't limit yourself. Don't let yourself settle. Don't settle if you don't have to. And I just want you guys to know that I believe in each and every one of you, and God has a plan for all of us, and He wants to see us succeed. So go out there and be great. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I get a lot of questions on my Instagram, and please feel free to keep interacting with me. I do respond to my DMs. I respond to my comments. I love interacting with you guys and answering your questions, but I decided to just make a video about this, so I'm back on my little college advice tips from what I can give you from my experience, and I hope it's beneficial to you all. And best believe the content this month is coming. Like, I know I talked about doing the college videos, they're coming. We got a little bit of travel vlogs for you. We got it going on in July. Like, I'm very excited for the content for this month, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.